Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Will back with another video. I had a fucking amazing Monday. Price action was finally doing what it's supposed to do. Oh, just a great Monday, to be honest. And we thought, everybody thinks Monday is going to be choppy. I thought it was going to be choppy too, so I was taking profits a little bit early, but what great price action we had today. Finally, after last week, I couldn't catch anything more than 100. Today I caught a plus 200. Fucking awesome. Alright, so let's talk about it. We're going to dive into a couple things today, but first we're going to talk about NQ. We're going to go over the trades I went over. And then after that, we are going to dive into Boeing. We're going to talk about Tesla, and then we're going to also talk about NVDA. So yeah, let's just dive into this. So, first off, we had a big sell-off, throughout the night, right? Sunday, today is Monday, so Sunday it sold off. I was looking for a pushback up into into the previous day high, so that's why I took a long trade. And immediately, I didn't want to just go and chase these candles right away. I wanted to be patient. I wanted to make sure it was going to go and sweep these highs here. So sure enough, it broke the discount, and I was looking for a long right away. I entered off this fair value gap right here. As you can see, it got tested, and it held. Okay. Respected fair value gap, bullish. Entered off of it right here at this bottom of this wick. Took out for plus 50, somewhere around here maybe. Got completely out. Great trade. And then I was looking for a sell-off. I was not expecting a super big sell-off, right? Because I just think we're going to be very choppy until election. It's just been so choppy, like, the past week. Like, it's just been range trading, and it's kind of annoying. Like, I look for these big moves, and we finally got one today. So I took a sell up here. An SMT formed with ES and NQ. Entered the sell right away. And I immediately got out for my contracts at plus 50. Because the last week I was getting burnt all week long because I was waiting for these plus 50s and I couldn't even get my hands on a plus 50. Besides the first 2 days, but I couldn't get a plus 50 other than that, unless you call something at market open. So I got out of 4 contracts right away. And then ES was actually just shit in the bed. ES was absolutely shit in the bed. And I was looking for somewhere in this low to get tapped into. So I just held this thing. I full sent it, held it, got out at plus 200 right here, as you can see. This is where we got out. And I was watching this, and another SMT formed. And what did I do? I waited for an entry point. This is obviously an order block retest right here. As well as this whole 530, this 530, or this 350 area, guys, you just fire longs on this, okay? It doesn't matter if it's an order block, a fair value gap, a fucking whatever you trade, patterns, whatever. This whole 530, fire longs in this 50 range, okay? If it does come down here, fire fucking longs, and just set a stop loss underneath. But yeah, hit along here, and then just got out plus 50, I called it a day. 3 for 3, I had a fucking fabulous day today. One of my best trading days by far. Just for, clean execution, perfect entries. Price action was going my way. I felt really good coming in trading today after being fucked last week by NQ because of all that choppiness. It's just not good for me. And it feels good to finally hit a plus 200 after not hitting, plus 100 for a week. I would get, plus 90, and then price would completely reverse on my ass, which is very annoying. So it feels really good to hit something like this. And look, NQ just wants to come back up to previous highs. I mean, I could have held this if I really wanted to. Yeah, wow. Nice. I could have held this if I really wanted to, but it is what it is. I just didn't feel like staring at the charts all day long. Wow, NQ's ripping. Next, we're going to be talking about Boeing. Because we actually got some let me log out of my account here. Alright. Next, we're going to be talking about Boeing. Boeing has finally been making some moves now. We had a beautiful gap up here. Let me see what percentage this is. About a 5% gap up from this 154 area. And we've been buying this whole thing, guys. I've been shouting this out in my Discord. Buy, 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 buy. This is going to be the bottom, most likely. You know, this whole area over here is great for buying opportunity. It's great for buying opportunity. It's discounted. Yeah, Boeing has some bad news around them, but at the end of the day, guys, this is the only company that makes commercial flights for the United States. They're not going out of business, right? They're the only ones here. Nobody's going to, unless we're going to outsource, which is not going to happen. It's going to cost us more money. And now they've replaced their whole administration with people who actually work in aviation. Before, they were just like, you know, for example, they hire, this is hypothetically, not hypothetically speaking, but I don't know the board members, but for example, the board members used to be, or like not like the CEOs, but like the, you know, the high ranking guys, they used to be, for example, like somebody from fucking Walmart who had a high position. They hired him to bring him in, and he knows nothing about aviation. But now they've replaced everybody, and they're fixing their whole outlook of the company. So everybody's now aviation based, which is really, really good. They are dealing with the union protest because they want to raise. We just had one. We just had one with the longshoremen. Now we're doing this shit with another union. I'm really sick of these fucking unions. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of annoying, but it gives us great buying opportunity for these stocks. So let's talk about it a little bit. So this news article came out right before market open. Boeing actually wasn't pumping up. It was chilling around the 154-ish, 156 range. And then the news article came out. Boeing's offering a 35% wage increase to take place over the next 4 years, a $7K sign-on bonus, and a 401K contribution boost. This is not what the union wants. As you can see right here. The firm plans a 10% workforce cut and expects a Q3 loss of 9.997 per share from production delays. Right? And the board meeting is Wednesday, so we're going to get a vote and see if this is good enough for this protest to stop and the union to take this offer. It's not what the union wants. I think they wanted around 45% wage hike. But we're going to see, right? Because the little people don't really, have any say in this. It's more of like the big guys when it comes to this. So if he's happy with the 35%, he'll take it. He doesn't really care about anybody else. He says he does, but they don't really care about anybody else. If you were in that scenario too, most likely you're going to take the money too, right? That's just human instinct. Money is greed, right? So after this news article came out, Boeing was able to pump up a little bit, and they also have earnings Wednesday. So we're going to get a vote Wednesday and earnings Wednesday. So there's a lot of news behind this. Right now, I did turn my dollar cost averaging off after this 160 pump. But anything under 155, I'm willing to go back into and buy. So anywhere around this level, I'm willing to go back into and start buying some more Boeing. But if you guys just look at this daily, look how much potential this has to go back upside. Right? This company's not going away. But yeah, so there's a lot of big news behind this. So we're gonna watch out for this. We'll probably talk about it more on Wednesday when the earnings does come out and when the vote does come out. Next stock we're gonna be talking about is NVDA. Wow. Okay, I haven't been looking at NVIDIA. I just looked at it a little bit ago, and it was around 141. And now it's pushing to 143. Holy shit, guys. This stock is just going parabolic. This stock is just go parabolic. Why is it going parabolic, right? The reason is, right, this stock right here is going to be holding most of the earnings, right? So if the earnings here are not bullish, when do we get the earnings? In 24 days, the analysts are predicting it's going to be a very good time to start doubling in the stock price. So they're predicting the stock price is going to go up to probably the 280. They're expecting it to double, which is kind of crazy. Their market cap is already 3.52 trillion, which means they would need to double in market cap size as well, which would be the $7 trillion market cap, which is kind of insane. This is going to happen over time, obviously. What's one way they could really double their market cap very quickly is by getting into that China market. If that sanction is lifted, I've been talking about this. If that sanction is lifted, the stock can easily rip up because they're in a whole new market. China has one of the biggest GDPs out of most countries. But that sanction probably won't get lifted. But if it does get lifted, I'm going all in on NVIDIA. I will sell everything and fucking just buy NVIDIA because they're going to dominate the whole global economy at that point. And then we also have Tesla earnings in 2 days. 2 days, yeah. So 2 days. So Boeing as well, too. So Boeing and Tesla come out earnings on the same days. Right now, I'm actually rocking with a straddle position here. So if you don't know what a straddle position is, the best time to use a straddle position, okay, first let me talk about options, right? So most people, if you do know what options are, you're going to learn a little bit. If you already know what options are, you're going to still learn more because you probably don't know about this or you've never tried something like this. So, for example, right, let's say I want right? Let's say you're betting on earnings, right? Which is, first off, that's gambling, okay? But, right, you can do something called hedging, which is kind of giving yourself some cushion when you are doing this type of trading, right? Okay, Tesla's been quiet for about a week, which is very unheard of ever since that sell-off from the Tesla taxi they had, right? Ever since that, they've been very quiet. They've been chilling at this 218 area. Anybody who bought options within this week here got absolutely smoked because of decay, and there's no volume right now. Tesla's bound to make a big move, especially with these earnings coming up. I don't know if it's going to be upside, and I don't know if it's going to be downside. So what would I do in this scenario? I would do something called straddling. Now, all straddling is you're buying an option call, and you're also buying an option put. So, if Tesla decides not to move at all during earnings, which is the chances of this are slim to none, right? Then I'm going to lose money. But if it decides to go up, or if it decides to tank, I'm going to make money. Now these, right, you don't actually buy them separately, right? You don't just go buy an option call and then, tomorrow you buy an option put. You buy them together. You go on Robinhood and go and take a look at it. And you can actually put one on a watch list so you can see how it actually works. But if Tesla just decides to do this, right? Just decides to do this for another week or 2 weeks or whatever, I'm going to be asked out. I'm going to lose money. But earnings come out. Tesla goes up. I make money. Tesla goes down. Guess what? I make money. If Tesla chills anywhere in this area here, I'm going to lose money. So another good way to look at something like this, right, is something called IV. What is IV? That's your volatility measurement tool. When do you use volatility measurement? Well, this is a great time to be using volatility measurement, right? If a stock's volatility is around, 50, if it's around like anything over 60 to 70%, I believe is considered a high volatility for option contracts, and the stock is stagnant, that's a great time to start doing a straddle position because it's going to make a big move, right? And right now, Tesla doesn't sit quiet. It sits quiet for a little bit. Look, it sits quiet for about a week or two, and then it does a big move. This is very normal. This is how the stock trades. Not all stocks trade like this, so you have to keep this into consideration. I trade Tesla very normally. I buy a lot of equity with Tesla, so I know how the stock moves. You have to know how the stock moves if you're going to do something like this. So, and especially before earnings too, it's going to move, okay? If it misses expectations or beat expectations, it's going to move up or down. It's not going to stay stagnant. So this is a good time to actually hop into a straddle if you want to look into it, and this is not financial advice either. Wink, wink. This is something I would definitely look into because either way, it's going to be a win. The chances of you losing on this are pretty low. It's better than just buying an option call for earnings, and it's better than just buying an option put for earnings, okay? Because you can win on both sides as long as it doesn't stay stagnant. And if it stays stagnant during an option contract anyway, guess what? You're just going to lose money anyway. So might as well give yourself a better chance out of a win ratio. Yes, it's a little bit more money, but you have a better chance at winning in the stock market. And that's all it is, right? You just have to make sure you are trying your best to win in the stock market. Because if you do an option call and Tesla misses earnings, guess what's going to sell off? You're not going to make money. You're going to lose a fuck ton of money. Meanwhile, I don't care which way it goes. It goes up or down. If it goes down, guess what? I am going to buy more equity, though. I'll tell you that. I am going to buy more equity. I would love to buy more Tesla at the 170 range. My average cost is 156. I would love to get in more at 170. I think this is a great area for a buying opportunity to start dollar cost averaging if you haven't gotten to Tesla. Because Tesla's eventually going to start pumping back up, guys, to all-time highs. No doubt about it. But yeah, other than that, guys, that's all I have today. I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday. And we have a lot going on, guys. Like, we have some big earnings coming up. We have, I think PPI or FOMC or something coming up too. Let's take a look. Unemployment and PMI. So, yeah, news is nothing crazy. The only thing is unemployment, which is most likely going to go down because rates were cut. They have a positive correlation together, but we'll see how it plays out. And then we do have a couple of people speaking. Remember Harker speaks for FOMC. This is nothing to worry about. I mean, just be careful with some of these orange folders, right? You could get stopped out. They do tend to move like 30, 40 points sometimes, depending on who it is and what the news is. Other than that, guys, I hope you guys have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you guys Tuesday. Later.